Dawson, commencement speaker, Mrs. Maggie James.
Remember most, you just gotta keep going, and I gotta be strong. Just keep pushing on. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb.
Schools and more. Carlo is driven to motivate, uplift, and inspire individuals to maximize their full potential. Now introducing Carlo Dawson.
Thank you for that. Thank you. You made it. You finished what you started. You achieved your goal. You're a winner. You crossed the finish line. You are victorious. You did it. And everyone, we salute them. Let's give them a hand. Some of you had to juggle taking your children to school while going to school, but you did it. Some of you had to take care of sick children while studying and finishing your essay or projects, but you did it. You had to balance work and school assignments, but you did it. You had to navigate online assignments that maybe confused you beyond belief, but you did it. You even had where some family members and some friends may have disappointed you. Some may have laughed at you, but you did it. There were times when maybe you cried in secret places, in the car, in the closet, on the way to school, but you didn't give up. You didn't quit. Obstacles came your way, but you did it. And when your first solution did not solve the problem, you thought of other solutions, and you did it. You crossed the finish line. You did it. And you are a champion, and we are so proud of you. We can clap. Oh yes, we are here to celebrate. Because today I stand to you as an author, a storyteller, a poet, a teaching artist, a minister, a motivational speaker, and today your commencement speaker. But I want you to know that it wasn't always like this because life has weighed me down. Sometimes I wanted to give up. Sometimes people counted me out. I even had to take an unconventional route to success. And to be honest, I've lost more times than I've won. My journey is not your journey, but I have been knocked down and I did have to get back up again. And people may have counted me out, but I'm still a winner and you are too. So I think back to my third grade when I had a teacher who I called Miss Art, and I won't say her name because my mom would get me if I did. Miss R looked like a work of art. Her makeup was flawless. She had a crooked smile like Mona Lisa. She was a priceless work of art. And I would say that she's ancient like a work of art, but I'm going to be nice. I think back to my 9-year-old self when I sat in her class and I struggled in math and I failed quizzes in math at 9 years old. But like most 9-year-olds, I looked up to my teacher for her guidance and for her encouragement. But I'll never forget, she told me Black people are not as good at math as white people. Miss R told me that it is scientifically proven that white people are smarter than Black people. I cried all day long. I carried that weight of failure, shame, and defeat like a ton of bricks on my 50-pound body as I rode the bus back home. And when I got home, I talked to my mother, and she gave me that I know she didn't look in her eyes. But she said, Carlo, that lady doesn't know her history because on the continent of Africa, that's where mathematics was created.
All right.
See, my mother tried to encourage me, and you would think that would have been enough. But I remember that teacher, and it stuck with me. Even when my mother went to the school and she said to that teacher, "Don't you ever talk to my child or any other child like that." My mother didn't curse, she blessed her out good though. My mother believed in me, but the damage was done, and I carried that with me. I thought if my teacher didn't believe in me, maybe I can't do math. So over the years, I struggled in math. It became a self-fulfilling prophecy. And when I got to college, I had a calculus class. And to be honest, I failed the class. See, I had a professor who would teach in an abstract manner, but that defeatist perception from Miss R, coupled with this professor who stood with a lean, and I remember that lean, and I was annoyed by that lean. I carried that. All I knew was my 9-year-old self hated math. So, in order to graduate, I had to take calculus again. And guess who was my professor? The same professor. But this time, I didn't blame anyone else. I decided to take ownership, and I took that course again, and this time I passed. So as I speak to you today, you're at a crossroads. What are you telling yourself? Maybe you blame yourself for any past failures, but I hope you release the past. I hope you realize that today you are good enough, that you are indeed a winner. I hope that you look at yourself as the kings and queens that you are in spite of what anyone may have thought about you. And I hope you erase the lies that you may have told your younger self, because today we celebrate you. Today we know that you finished what you started. Today, this is that celebration. It's a time for you to look forward to that new beginning because you're a gift to the world. So remember that. You all are gifts, everyone under the sound of my voice. Remember to follow your dreams. Never give up on your goals. And I want to give you 3 takeaways today as you forge your path to greatness. Number 1, be grateful. Thank your teachers, your administrators. Let's give them a hand, you all. Thank your family, thank your friends. We can give them a hand too. We have to salute them. Thank your creator, because it is possible for you to be here today. And I'm going to do like Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg said when he got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, I want to thank me for believing in me. I want to thank me for doing all the hard work. I want to thank me for being me at all times. So thank yourself because you did it. Okay. Secondly, write down your goals. Yeah. Research shows you are 42% more likely to achieve your goals when they are written down. In Habakkuk 2:2 in the Bible, it says, write the vision and make it plain, clearly on tablets. So write it down, put it on Post-its, vision boards, sticky notes, list, whatever works for you. But not only should you be grateful and write down your goals. Thirdly, don't try, do. Time out for trying. It's time to do. It's time to take action. See, you all have experienced the formula for success. Now, my background is English, but I'm going to be incorrect with my English right now. It ain't easy. But you know that you can win because you did it. And along the way, as you continue on your journey, you will fail because we all fail. But as award-winning Denzel Washington said, if you don't fail, you ain't trying. Remember, failure is a part of the growth process. And you can attest that you've grown through this process. There's a mantra that Denzel Washington has that says, fail forward. What does that mean? Failing forward means you must take risks to succeed. You must learn from those failures. And you will fall down, but you can get back up. So remember, to fail forward, to fall forward. So as you remember to be grateful, to write down your goals, don't try and do, we're going to use that failure. We're going to use any time that we have made mistakes as fuel to cross that finish line like you all have done. I want to leave you with the final story. It's a fable you all may have heard from an enslaved storyteller, Aesop. So you may have heard of Aesop's tales. This one is the tortoise and the hare. Just as a reminder, as you know, there was a hare who ridiculed this slow-moving tortoise. The tortoise was so tired of that hare's arrogant behavior that he said, I'm going to challenge you to a race. And we all know the story. The tortoise moved very slowly. And as he was moving slowly, the hare said, I can take a nap. And as he took the nap, we know the tortoise approached the finish line. And as he approached that finish line, the hare got up, but it was too late. The tortoise won the race. But that hare ran and crossed that finish line shortly thereafter. Now, growing up, we've all heard the lesson that slow and steady wins the race. But I submit to you that there's another lesson. Another lesson we can find in that is perseverance is key. You see, people counted that hare out, but the hare, he still made it across that line. They call that hare lazy. They call that hare distracted. They judged that hare based on that one race. They said he wouldn't finish the race, but he persevered, and he finished the race too. So the last thing I want to say to you is stop focusing on they. Your perseverance has paid off, so run your race. Your race ain't your neighbor's race, so run your race. You put the work in, so run your race. Continue to reach for your goals and run your race. Do not let outside forces stop you and run your race. Celebrate. Take time to celebrate who you are and celebrate your wins and keep running your race. I say to you, congratulations, class of 2024. The best is yet to come because you did finish what you started. You crossed that finish line. We salute you and we say to you, walk in your greatness and run your race. Thank you.